Sometimes when I'm looking back over my own levels of success or even looking at other people's journeys, you start to think about opportunities where maybe you're trying to figure out, well, what obstacles did they have? I remember listening to a podcast with Brene Brown, and she was interviewing this other podcaster, and he was sharing a story about a billionaire that he was interviewing, and the billionaire was upset or getting upset because the podcaster just kept asking him more and more about where he failed and how he failed in this area or how he failed in that area. And it began to frustrate him because he is a high achiever and he didn't feel like he was coming to talk about his failures. He felt like he was coming to talk about his successes. He said to them, he said, "My viewers know that you're great. What they want to know more is what made you great. And your failures can oftentimes be the things that make you great. But more importantly, in those failures, there are unspoken rules that we have learned along the way. Those things that are called best practices, those things that are called tricks of the trade, so to speak, right? Things that you learn, rules that are unspoken, and they are better left unsaid, because when those rules are unspoken, when those rules are in a place where you can't see them, it forces you to adapt, and you learn from your experience. And now you no longer have to worry about, you know what holes to navigate. You know what snares might be coming your way. You know what questions might be on the next set of interviews when it's time to go after the next job, or you know what questions to ask as a manager because you've had experience before, and maybe you've had some coaching in that area, and now you know the rules to the game. Some rules we have to learn the hard way. Some lessons we can't learn unless we go down there and do it and put our hands to it ourselves. So it is important for us to make sure that if we want to win the game, if we want to learn the rules, and if we want to be able to amass some tricks of the trade and gain and garner some wisdom so that when the conversation necessitates your experience, you are in a position to charge top dollar, because you're not paying for my time, just my time. You're paying for the experience. You're paying for all the lessons I had to learn. You're paying for every snare that caught me and every one that I got away from. You're paying for my experience. And so those unspoken rules, those unspoken things are the things that put us in position. What are some of those unspoken rules that have made your career and that gave you some hard lessons that you lean on today? Think about that and maybe share it with somebody. Remember to love, serve, and to be kind.
Okay, this right here, this so fire.